we go. Pause that. Come on now. There we go. There we go. All right. More cilantro and lime juice. I'll be back. Okay. Okay. We now have cilantro as well. Oh. Oh, we almost forgot an ingredient, you guys. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Man, that's crazy. What is the deal with the Wi-Fi here? There we go. It's fine. You guys didn't miss much. Excellent. All right. First of all, guys, just check out that gorgeous, gorgeous apple pie. Look at that. Amazing. Delicious. I probably shouldn't have eaten a dessert right before I have to eat something savory, but it's too good. If any of you guys have Italian grandmothers, the crust is like that perfect amount of cinnamon sugar. Like You know, when she would make pie or whatever and have like little extra scrippets and you would just make them into these little like kind of like churro sticks. Delicious. Hey Siri, what is the date 2 weeks from now? Oh, God, the 24th. I knew that. It's Friday, October 24th, 2025. There we go. Wholly unnecessary to ask her that. Okay. Now we test the salsa. Well, not quite yet, actually. We're close to the testing phase. Um, that depends. Are they actual humans? Or like, I don't know. My cats have only ever known me as their parent. Except Runce. I feel like Runce knows that he actually has like a cat mom. Um, and she's a shit mom, if I'm being honest. She like pretty much abandoned her kids for like real nasty, like bad for you wet food. Um, like people. I mean, I guess I don't have a problem with it. I'm not like totally opposed to it as long as people like do their civic duties and stuff. Like what you do in the privacy of your own home or whatever, like or some den of ill repute. That's kind of your business. Now, if you're doing it on Main Street or whatever, I'll be like, dude, fucking tighten up. This is crazy. Like, I had some guy come into the shop one time. He's like, how much do I have to pay to watch you eat pie? And I'm like, bro, what are you doing right now? Like, be so fucking for real. This is not the time nor the place. And it's just like a genuine, like, sort of weirdo dude, which for whatever reason I tend to attract. But I'm too mean for that type of shit. Like, don't try and do all that weird shit while I'm like at my job or like, I don't know, God forbid, at like a regular place. Like, I have this one coworker, which she knows who she is. And we were going to, this was like late after the club one night. And we go to Winco and she's singing real fucking loud some Ash Nico lyrics. I'm like, you cannot just be talking about conolingus in this Winco. This is ridiculous. And she's like, nobody knows what that is. And I was like, bitch, act like you've been here before. That is crazy. That is like legitimately fatherless behavior. You have clearly never in your life been smacked in your mouth for doing some wild shit. Because I can tell. Because you're doing it a lot. That's crazy. Like, I shouldn't have to be, I guess sunning on her wouldn't be inaccurate, but I shouldn't be having to beat your ass in public as a grown woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, act like you pay taxes. You know what I mean? Act like you have responsibilities to something greater than yourself for like 4 fucking seconds. You know what I mean? Mm. Okay, that already tastes pretty awesome. Drop that down here. So if you get the ratios right for this, it's absolutely transcendent. But I have had salsa at like almost all of the major retailers here, and their salsa is terrible. It has no flavor. They're like, I don't know if they're just like chinsing out on like the lime juice or something, but it's just not good. And what is the point of doing all of this work food prepping if your food's not going to be good? I actually saved a bunch of reaction videos for you guys later, You guys are gonna be so proud of me. I have so much to rant about. One of the best parts about being a prep cook is you get to take a tax. Yeah, you get like a little bit of like the essence of jalapeno without like the actual bite to it because we de-seeded those peppers. The tomatoes are good. They don't have like a lot of acidity because they're Romas, but the I feel like the onions carry this. These chips are more buttery than they are salty, so the salsa makes up for it by being way saltier. But if you get the ratio right, it's like the perfect salsa. That's why we keep selling out, which is why I'm up here on a fucking Friday. Because everybody wants to buy these 3, 4 at a time. And it's like, guys, let me live. I have other things I'm trying to do, you know what I mean? As with most things, I think I'm kind of a victim of my own success. It's really good. I would say this would rival pretty much every salsa I've had in my entire life, except for the apricot salsa that I got from those lesbians. My lesbian moms make the best apricot salsa on the planet. I mean, would it be a bird flock dream if I wasn't actively eating like most of the time? Here's the craziest part about this salsa too. You can eat like 2 pounds of it and it's like 100 calories. It's the chips that get you. So if you just eat it with a spoon, you could eat like 5 pounds of this stuff. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, now the sampling is complete. Like a salsa sommelier, you gotta cleanse the palate. This is good. You can eat like essentially a pound of it because I'll show you. We prep it in these 1 pound deli containers. So you should be able to get through the entire thing, and it kind of gives you a little bit of an olfactory response. The medium, you should be about halfway through, and then the hot should instantly burn your throat. Like, just the moment you take a chip, you're like, oh, that's not too bad. And then it just scalds the inside. of all your little, oh, what are those called? The little pal, pal, oh, it's been ages since I've had to remember this, but the little, you have like little soft, like papillary, you have like soft little inner linings of your throat that make, it should burn the shit out of your throat, is the point of the hot salsa. The medium's my favorite, if I'm being honest. Man, this thing is eating up the battery on this. Be super cool if I had a better plug-in system, but alas, I do not. And to all the barbecue dads that keep buying us like 4 or 5 jars at a time, how dare you? You know, it used to be that a man was judged by the quality of the food at his grill, and now you're not even making your own grill food. I mean, what's it going to take before these men are shamed into making their own recipe for salsa that they swear by, that goes on the tacos that they grill the meat for themselves? I mean, yes, would I benefit directly? Well, technically indirectly, from these men not knowing how to fish, as it were. Yes, yes, I do. But does it infuriate me to no end that pretty much no one seems to know how to cook for themselves anymore? Yes, yes, that does annoy me. Because now it's almost a badge of honor that people don't know how to feed themselves. This is crazy to me. Like, yes, potluck culture does freak me out a little bit because some of these people should not be cooking because they can't clean for themselves either, which is another problem. But just the pride of being like so helpless and uninvolved in your own life is so crazy to me. Like, you can't make yourself mac and cheese. That's like the most brain dead food ever. And you just, I mean, I had to teach a lawyer's kids one time how to make mac and cheese from a box. From a box. And I'm like, your parents passed the bar exam and you're in an apartment about to burn down this kitchen with some Kraft mac and cheese. Like, come on, dude. Like, save the bloodline, I beg you. Nah, he's cool. He actually ended up being like a cool father and dad. But I like to think it's partially because of the shame of me insisting that he was not a well-rounded adult. People are being children way too late in their lives. We used to be able to build log cabins by our 20s. I think we used to be in wars by the time we were in our 20s. Isn't that the case? People used to have to like rebuild societies in their 20s. And now people are just, I don't know, playing Fortnite or whatever the hell everybody does. It's ridiculous. Like, how are you supposed to be speaking truth to power when you can't even change a tire? You know what I mean? What happens if your Uber gets a flat? honestly, at this point, I'm gonna start giving people +1 inspiration in the group chat if they can tell me a problem they solved. You know what I mean? Like instead of problems they've caused or created, what's a problem that you solved over the course of the week? You get a +1 inspiration for that. Smoke alarm going off, change the batteries. +1 inspiration. Saw that we were out of milk, went to the store, bought milk and cheese and eggs. +1 inspiration. I don't think I'm just trying to clown on the dudes right now. Like a lot of these women don't know how to do shit either. It's insane. I had a girl, ironically, same girl, at my old job that was like, well, if society collapses, like, we don't need men. And I was like, do you know how to boil water? Like, do you know how to make potable water that you can drink? And she goes, well, yeah. I'm like, do you? And she goes, well, I'll just have you take care of me. And I'm like, oh, hell no. If you think that I'm not going to have the pick of the litter when things all fall apart, you're crazy. All these hoes. Riley, how do you do this? Riley, how do you do that? Some of that shit I'm not even going to know how to do. But they're going to assume I know how to do it. Because I know how to do a lot of shit they don't know. Sometimes the perception of intelligence might even be more important than intelligence. Intelligence is important, but you don't need to know how to do everything. But if you know how to do most things, you can probably figure it out. I do want to know if my mom took Tylenol when she was pregnant with me now. Can we all talk about that? I've been sitting on that for about a week and a half. Should I call her? Should I say, hey, are you sure you didn't take Tylenol maybe once, twice, 3, 4 times a week? These are the answers that I need. Because I watched a guy the other day that builds hobbit houses, like little circular houses underneath the ground. And I thought to myself, that gopher, why is he not building me a hobbit house? And then I realized that me and that guy probably both have autism. Is this just the Witcher soundtrack? I think it is. I think it is. I think this is part of the same people that did the Witcher soundtrack. All right. Real quick though, how many am I supposed to put in this? Like 32. Probably 32 is where we're gonna go with this one. More lids. Yeah, so an extra 6. Extra 6 on top of this will get me there. And then I should make it just about perfect for this. Or I could do 20. Maybe we do 28. I also did try and reacquire all my crochet stuff so we can do that crochet stream you guys begged for. And my dirty torta cousin still has all of my crochet shit. I don't know what she's doing with it, but it's not crocheting. So I need to break into her apartment and collect all of my crochet materials so that I can make you guys tiny crochet chickens. I think she's probably mad that I didn't go to my little niece's baby shower, but had the plague. And if I had gone and she found out I had the plague, she would have been furious. So, a necessary evil. She will be getting a gift when next I see her. Bit of a Mexican standoff situation because then I will also be getting my crocheted materials. Really wish we could listen to like rap while we're doing this. It's very much makes me, this gives me like Scarface vibes. Just packing all these bricks of salsa. You know what I mean? Little salsa monopoly. The moment I brag, I stop being immediately right on the money on the scale. I can almost just eyeball this stuff. And it's 2 dozen. Right. Now I need to add that to my inventory. Okay. My hands are already on fire. Like I can feel spice burn around the tips of these fingers and all across the palms of both of my hands. It's like, good news is though, I probably won't get arthritis because capsaicin oil helps fix that. Okay, so let's see. We have how many left? Hmm, Let's do another 4 of these, I think. And that will make 28. Right. And it'll capture all of the pepper juice and blind me. I actually like to do this on hard mode so I can see if I just like have the muscle memory to do this, where I'm like partially blind while I do all my prep work. How about you, Max? What was the last cheat meal you had? What was the last depraved meal that you had that you know you shouldn't have? Confess your sins. For me, it was that entire thing of flan the other day. That entire wheel of flan consumed. Single sitting. Delicious. 10 out of 10 would do again. Ooh. Okay. That one's done. I'm gonna let you think about it while I restock all these. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Right. I'm gonna pop these in the freezer. You guys are gonna be upside down for a second. Just a second. I'll be back. An entire pizza? What kind of pizza? And also, what kind of donuts? Oh, come on now. Just attach to the side of the oven. I know you're not meant to do this, but you're meant to do this. There we go. Yes. There we go. Perfect, perfect. All right. Were these like chocolate donuts, glazed donuts, Bavarian cream donuts? Delicious. Here. No, more tomatoes. Where can I put you guys? Hmm, right there maybe? Did I mix lots of donuts and sausage? Oh, nice. Did I already tell you guys that hubby's like obsessed with these cauliflower crust pizzas that we have at Winco? So basically, it is the crispiest, cracker thin um, pizza crust that you've ever had, and it fits better into his macros because it has less carbs because it's the cauliflower crust pizza. And he's figured out a way to put his dry ass 93.7 beef on it, and using my fabulous bolognese sauce to make a cleaner pizza. And he's been eating that, and I want it. I want that pizza real bad. I tried to make a caprese version of that pizza, and it was garbage. it was too moist and it took away from the cracker crust because I didn't pre-cook my ingredients to dry them out a bit. And I think that if I could go back through and do it again to make like essentially kind of like a supreme version of that pizza, I would like partially dehydrate and then roast all of my vegetables. Eventually, we're gonna have like just nasty cooking streams where I'm going through and making bad food good for you. You know what I mean? And that is going to be how I pay for my gorgeous, gorgeous kitchen. I will be essentially making like a version of Mythical Kitchen. And occasionally I'll make like fantasy stuff. Like one time I made Gordon Ramsay's like lamb shank and mint sauce. It was pretty good. It wasn't that great. I don't think I'd do it again. I think I would much prefer my Ostara lamb balls. Those are way better. It's basically just like a perfectly done Italian meatball, but with a like a nice like green goddess tzatziki sauce, and that's pretty good. Hubby likes to eat that like a gyro. I need more tomatoes. I will return one moment. And some of the things I'd like to send you guys, it's occurred to me that they don't follow under cottage law, so I'm gonna have to get real creative if I'm gonna make you guys food boxes. Like maybe I'll have something where like if you gift a book or something, you get snacks for having gifted a book. Like giving the book to the needy. But in exchange you get like goose noodles, you know? I can't wait to have geese, you guys. The idea of having an animal that like honks and chases me while I'm doing my chores, I don't know why, but it just thrills me to no end. Now, I have to pick a goose that's not like super noisy all the time because I feel like that'd be kind of overstimulating. But I don't know. I think the little French geese. I think I'm down for that. Like a nice little Toulouse goose. I think that'll be really fun. I think I'm gonna name it after. Well, I don't know. I'll probably let you guys name it, but maybe like the kitty cats from Aristocats. I think that'd be cute. Give like a goose a cat name, like Thomas. And what's the other little kitty cat's name? Bernard the goose. I think I'm also going to teach my goats to be pack goats if I can, like a milking pack goat. Then I can go on little hikes with them. Okay. Oh, now I gotta move these tomatoes again. I gotta be honest, not a big fan of moving this heavy ass thing in tomatoes. 0 out of 10. One sec. There we go. That's not too bad. The chat is way easier to read on here. But this thing is draining battery like you wouldn't believe. This started off like 56%, 25% now. Insane. Let's see. I got 33% on here. I'm basically playing like battery roulette. Maybe I can charge them both at the same time. Will it do it? Oh, salt everywhere. There we go, kinda. Not even a little bit. There. No? There we go. I think for probably the last hour when I'm doing dishes and stuff, I'm just going to be on the Discord and the community hangout because it's going to be way too tedious to have all of these electrical components near the water. I'm far too clumsy for that type of task. I really should figure out a way to automate this thing. Like, I think there's a way to pop out a bearing or something on this, and then essentially just make it a like a cordless drill attachment that would spin this like gear. I feel like it just absolutely minced these tomatoes though. What was your favorite donut in the mix? Like if you had to pick. Like what's your absolute favorite donut? I just realized since I'm not using Restream, I have no announcements right now. Lame. That's classic. Chocolate donut with the sprinkles. Now, I see your chocolate donut with sprinkles, and I raise you Boston cream donut. 10 out of 10. Can't be beat unless it's like an artisanal donut. Like, we had a donut shop in like our downtown area or whatever that had like a peach cobbler donut and stuff. And at that point, like, it's not a donut anymore. Like, this is essentially a pastry. But it has like the frameworks of a donut, but that's not a donut. A donut is kind of a simple creature. You know what I mean? Oh man, my phone can't even. No. How about here? Crazy. Tech support on an iPhone is one of the most infuriating things on the planet. Tomato seed, get out of here. wonder if this will do it. Probably. I think this one will just do everything. Hmm. Well, now I need onions, so I'll go grab those. Ah. Oh, I'm only halfway through that coffee. That's crazy. Okay. Oh, we're good, guys. We just got 1.5 more batches to go. It's Hubby said that I should reward you guys for dealing with this change of schedule with an extra stream tomorrow. And I told him to mind his business, but that's actually not that bad of an idea. Like, now that he can't hear me say it, like, look, see, that is actually a pretty good idea. I was trying to do one on Thursday too, but I didn't want to get you guys' hopes up because my Saturday one and my Sunday one kind of got like sort of sabotage, which was really annoying. Like I keep trying to add new streams in, but then it's like, you know, I'm not actually getting any of the other stuff in my schedule done, and then that causes problems on stream days. So also, does anybody have a 3D printer? Because I have the most adorable little side project. Do, do, do. A little bit more. Oh shit, I haven't been using the list, guys. You're supposed to make me do the list. Okay, so we did tomatoes, we did onion, we did jalapeno. Now we need the cilantro, the lime, and the salt. Yeah. Can I make the chat even bigger? Oh no, that just hides the chat. Interesting. Okay. What's this one do? Okay, nothing, pretty much. All right. Good to know. I'm gonna see if I can fix that bot. I'm gonna let these things get kind of acquainted with each other. Actually, you know what? Let's not be a lazy fat bitch. And what we're gonna do is cilantro, salt, lime. Then I'll let everything get acclimated. That'll actually draw some of the moisture out of the tomatoes. And then that'll make it easier to jar. So that's a fun one. Oh, hey, Cryptid, what's up? This is our impromptu cooking stream because I got called into work. Because somebody's father keeps buying all the friggin' salsa. So my boss calls me in a panic. And she's like, there's no salsa up there. Get up there and make salsa, please. I beg you. All crazy. And so I sat in pure unfiltered rage for like a good 45 minutes. And then I was like, you know what? It's fine. And hubby was like, it's fine. You can just do a stream tomorrow. And I was like, no, I'm doing a stream today and tomorrow. Suck it. So every time I have to come up here and work outside of my preordained schedule that makes sense to only me, I will be doing a cooking stream. And I just decided that because you know what? The internet up here is fire. The plugins are garbage. But I'm just going to expense a bunch of giant electrical cords and power banks, and that's how we're going to do it. Cryptid, what are you going to be for Halloween? Or are you doing something fun for Halloween? Oh, wait a minute. No, I think that's only on my desktop. I was going to say, hell yeah, I can add my Discord call to this, but alas, we're working with inferior technology. One of my homies said he might hook me up with a laptop, but I'm like, I don't know if it'll fix the problem, if I'm going to be honest. Like, that's a very sweet offer, but if it's just my own incompetence that's messing up the stream, no one can save me. Hey, actually, maybe Cryptid, you can help me get to the bottom of this. You remember we were dual streaming and like the frame rates would drop? Was that a continual frame rate drop, or would they like drop and then come back again? Because ooh, almost lost a finger there, guys. This thing is no joke. Also, can I just say that I'm a real big fan that this is, I want to say this is American made, don't quote me on that, but it's German steel. I kind of like that we're doing that, if I'm being honest. I want superior products made in my country. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily, like, I think that this idea that, like, techniques are, like, just monocultural is whack. I think if you're truly somebody's, like, ally, you should let one of the homies teach us how to make high-grade knife steel. Because what is everybody having high-grade knife steel doing, like, to hurt anything other than cuisine? You know what I mean? Because food actually is better if the knife is sharp. Now, I don't know why that is, but if I was cutting all this stuff with a dull knife, this food would objectively be worse. My squirrel outfit is nearing completion. I just need to add a few more details. I spent the evening desensitizing the kitties. because unlike Hassan Piker, I'm not going to use my animal's distress for views. Dude, have you guys been seeing that? He's just getting roasted online. He's getting memed into oblivion, which I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought that with all the bullshit Hassan does, it would be him allegedly, we're going to save ourselves here, allegedly causing distress to a dog would be his downfall. That's, if you had to ask me what my bet for 2025 would be, it would have never been that, let me tell you. So, of the council, of the three, Fatty, he could pick me out of a lineup. He does not care that I'm wearing any sort of nonsense. He just assumes it's a face mask at this point, because I do sleep in a face mask, because like a bird, I have to be covered so that I can sleep. It used to not be that way. I used to be able to, like, I mean, I can sleep pretty much anywhere. That was sort of like a requirement of the night shift, is to be able to kind of fall asleep like you're in the military, just like sleep standing up on a bus, wherever. But Squirrel suspected that I might be a doppelganger. She was not entirely pleased. She might have worried that I'd also been cursed by a witch. Runts was not having